Alright guys, welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution, and this is part 2. So, it's like my new catchphrase now, I did a couple of things off screen, so I'll show you what I did. So we got some Edmontosaurus in. So these ones are quite chill, they don't really have any kind of needs really, they're fine. Their population is quite big and they're socially big, so you can get quite a few in. And they fit quite nicely along with my other herbivores. Now the one that you want to watch for that kind of thing is your Triceratops. You can see there the population second to the bottom on the left. It's getting there, it's almost full, and of course if it exceeds, if it goes into that red mark, then they break out, which is not what we want, so we'll try and avoid that. But yeah, we've got a steady flow of people coming to the viewing gallery, which is good. I also got a little gift shopping, which is ticking over and getting us 415 profit per minute, which is good, and also fast food, which is getting us 579. It keeps ticking up profit a minute, which is fantastic. So I'm sure you guys can all see. This here is my Serratosaurus enclosure. I've just made it, and he's ready to go. So I thought I'd wait until recording before we release this. Look at him. Yep. There he is.
We do that by making sure their needs are met. In a way, it's kind of like taking care of the dinos, just with more demands and less understanding. Am I right?
So of course we've got to get a carnivore feeder in, so that's what we're going to do. Live bait feeder. Good stuff, that's in. Okay. So that'll dispense the goat, and he can eat. Lovely. And he's happy. Again, he doesn't have massive amounts of needs, which is good. I think you can have 2 more Ceratosaurus. I think you can have 3, like a little pack, which is good. So they can socialise, but he's fine being on his own for now. Now the most important thing about this as well is the profit. Now look at that, 133,000 per minute, and that's simply because I added the gift shops, the restaurants, and the new dinosaurs. So you can see that in the top right. Okay, and the expenses aren't too high either. 20k, that's nothing, is it? So we're fine on that. So the mission, I started the entertainment mission because it was to do with the Ceratosaurus, I believe. Unless I made that up. I'm sure it was. Yeah, it was at first. So we've done that. So now it's research item from research centre, clothes shop. So let's do that now, and we actually get quite a lot of cash for doing that. But at the same time, again, let's send this guy off so we can get some more fossils in. Good stuff. So we'll go for the clothes shop first, I think. So this is the list of everything. You can get medium, large, and I think extra large, is it? Something silly. What, there's 2 large? Oh no, substations. So we've got small, just medium and large power stations, perfect. You can get the monorail from the film. They increased guest transportation, which is really good. Storm defense station, but we'll go for this for now. And building upgrades will be the next thing because they're super important. So if a dinosaur breaks out, range of reload speed is faster. If you add that upgrade, they're more accurate if you add that upgrade, and you can issue more ranger team scheduling. So they're all really, really important things. Now the Hammond Creation Lab, we've got success rate 1. Excuse me. So again, that helps out loads. Fossil Centre, yeah, we'll do that.
Myself if I had the time, but I don't.
You can get more inventory space, so let's go. Let's just start taking them all down slowly when we can.
Things are looking good around here, huh? I love what you're doing with the place.
So the next thing on the mission, you can see in the bottom right, we've researched the clothes shop. Now we need to construct and power one. So we go into the guest tab, and we go down to clothes shop, it says new, and we'll find a little spot for it. So I'm thinking we've got a lot of room to play with, but it's how you want to kind of do it. So you see that little faint line, I know it's very faint, but that's basically the edge of the map, and this map kind of bobs and weaves a little bit, and you have all this area down here, but that's it, it's not too big. So I'm just thinking, what's the best way to do this? That's actually quite decent, unless... Can you fit there on? Is that not a thing that can happen? So we've completed another mission because the mission was just go on an expedition, and we've done that.
Yes,
So that's
this
good.
is exactly what we needed. Well done completing that contract.
Let's go here. Good enough as any. And we've now unlocked another dinosaur. So I saved this mission as well to show you guys, but you can see it quite clearly in the bottom right. Photograph 2 Triceratops. So we can do that. We'll add another team. And let's bring one over. Wait, where is the actual base? Right, forward and to the left. This is what it looks like when you drive the little car. It's quite cool actually. It's quite a cool little feature that they've added. And we can refill their food as we do this mission. So let's try and get the high ground, which is always good. I have the high ground now. And let's get this. Oh, let's not tramp him.
Satisfaction is what we aim to give our guests. Make them appreciate the little things.
Zoom in.
And the big things with the teeth and
Done.
the
Look at
glass
that.
eyes that can swallow them whole. Nice photo.
First entertainment mission done. Nice.
Hey, way to go! We've got our park running at maximum happiness, and our guest numbers are up as a result. That's what makes the entertainment division the envy of the rest. We get the results, am I right?
When the parks are running well, our scientific research improves. Of course, I'd never tell this to Isaac directly.
Heard it?
I was going to add...
No? No? No. Too late. Heard it. Later, Doc.
Right. So you can see on the left of all the science
That's
missions,
how we do. Am I right?
we've done them all. All the science missions done. So now, if you choose to do the entertainment,
Here we go. Your rep is off
he
the
keeps talking.
charts.
You're the
So
worst.
you're getting a reward from the entertainment division for your work on Isla Man and Cerros.
Right, thank you. Let's go for security.
I can't order you to take this new
Yeah,
contract,
we'll do that.
but I wish I could. It's that good.
So we've just got the entertainment ones to do, and if we do that, we get Restaurant Innovation Centre and Sinoceratops, or however you pronounce it. Now we haven't started the security ones at all because we don't have the mission unlocked either. So we get the mission first. We then get some dinosaur genetic traits, tooth hardness and skin toughness. So we want to kind of crack on with the security missions. And I'm kind of thinking, the restaurant, do we need it? It doesn't really do that much. We have fast food. What I think we'll do is we'll come back to this island later. And it's not that we're not like 100% in the islands. We'll definitely do that. And we'll try and get them all to 5-star by the end of the series. But the simple reasoning is this. Look how many dinosaurs we have unlocked. We have 4. 4 of 50. There are so many you can get. And bear in mind that these are low star dinosaurs, which means less people come to your park. And of course it means less money and a less starred park. So obviously you want your T-Rexes in there, you want your Raptors, you want all them, you want your Brachiosauruses. They're all high star dinosaurs. Now until we unlock them, it's kind of silly to stay in one island. Now, we will try and smash out the security mission. It's released 2 dinosaurs, so that's nice and simple. So I'm kind of tempted to just get 2 more Serratas in there. So we've done that. But at the same time, before we move on to any island, we must try and do all of the research, and it might take some time. So let's do that. 4 minutes on that. So again, let's send this guy to get more fossils. It would be nice if you got them all to 100%. That's pretty much the goal.
I'm Owen Grady. Owen to my friends. I've seen things I'd rather not talk about, but it hasn't dampened my commitment to the dinosaurs. The raptors more generally, and me and Blue specifically. We have a special relationship, like what I have with Claire. Less complicated. Anyway, nice to meet you.
So, you can see he's sick here. If you press triangle, you can see the park overview and you can see all your dinosaurs. Obviously this one's in red because he's sick. You press R1, bring up your little ranger menu, add task, and as soon as he's not hidden behind the tree, you see this blue line. He's coming to medicate him. Perfect, so we shouldn't have any dead dinosaurs today. Awesome. What are you on? You're on 7. So we could go crazy and start making lots more enclosures and putting more dinosaurs in, and you could do that, but there's kind of no point just because you don't have that many. So the idea is just to get all of the missions or get as far down the line as you can and then move on. There's kind of no point waiting for this.
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
So we're just working on the security division for now, and we've got released 2 dinosaurs on the go, and I've just asked for another contract. So here we go, security, let's go.
We've some work you might
Alright, we can do that. Guest shelters. That's quite an easy one. The security, I'll tell you right now, the security tasks are the hardest in the game. They're harder than science and entertainment. Some of them are so ridiculous. Some of the security jobs are like help a raptor beat a T-Rex in combat. It's like, how are you even meant to do that? It is a bit crazy. So yeah, I decline a lot of them until you find easier ones like this. Release 2 dinosaurs, easy. That's what the Serrata's doing. Look, they're almost done. And of course, increased shelter coverage to 10%. So you can see the little live bait feeder 1.
Like us, different dinosaurs require different diets. Make sure to place the correct type of feeder in an enclosure. I'm a red meat man myself.
So obviously I'm going to be putting more carnivores in here, and you can adjust the timer. So it's dispensed every 8 minutes. You can actually lower that, and I will, but not just yet. I think we'll lower it when we... Oh, actually, yeah, we'll do it now. Just so that and you can manually dispense it like that. The reason why we're doing that is because obviously we're having more dinosaurs. More dinosaurs means more food. That's simply the reason.
That contract is completed thanks to your hard work.
Always a pleasure to work with you.
So again, we are going to go for the 5 stars on this island, but just not yet. Not quite yet. Let's try and get as many dinosaurs in as we can, and we're going to save all this area so that as soon as we come back, after we've progressed down all the islands... I haven't actually explained the islands to you yet, have I? So let's put these in and I'll try and do that. So we've got 2 more dinosaurs coming, which means I'm going to actually dispense a couple more of these. Just so that they have some food to come into, because each dinosaur comes in with half hunger and half water, so you've got to kind of very quickly help them out. And they're quite dumb. Like if there's a goat right in front of them, they don't even go for it. They're just not very...
This time a Ceratosaurus. There are distinctive spines that run down its back, and a bladed horn on its head. Just what you don't want to run into when you're out there alone, or in a group.
You did good work out there with that contract.
Alright, so I should have unlocked the mission. So we've done that.
Lambert here. I've got a new assignment that I think is perfect for your skill set. Give it a once over, then let me know if you're interested.
So we've started the security mission, and we should be able to see what rewards we get. So we get the Storm Defense Station and $1 million.
Glad to have you on board. As you can imagine, the animals in the various facilities are constantly probing for weaknesses in our security systems. They're smarter and more devious than people give them credit for. But I refuse to underestimate their capabilities. That's why I'm always testing and evaluating our security protocols and barriers. And this is where you come in.
I've got to give this guy Lambert his due. He actually sees these animals as both opportunity and threat.
I'm gonna need you to extract enough DNA from fossils to incubate and hatch a dinosaur. This is the first phase of this mission. Carry on.
These guys all chilling.
Okay, next you'll need to incubate the animal in a Hammond creation laboratory before releasing and housing it in an enclosure. You'll also want to make sure we've got an ACU presence on this island.
So,
Your park is nearing guest capacity. Hey! Now build a hotel so even more can stay. The more guests in the park, the more money in the bank, right?
Research. Focused research. Well, that's something I always argue for.
I'm Claire Deering, and I've been on these islands.
I'll wait till we get all this text
on
out the way.
Nublar, I made some mistakes, and I've tried to set them right. I believe in what we're doing, and I believe in these dinosaurs.
So you can see there, I've just researched ACU reload speed 1. So we are actually going to need to construct a new base. Yeah, we'll do that later. We do need to construct a new enclosure to do this mission, so we'll get on and do that. First, we got some more fossils in. And we'll send him off again. Now, we did unlock the Draco Rex in a mission. He's a little herbivore from Jurassic World. It's quite cool, but again, we'll focus on these guys for now. Because he's not the easiest to get in an enclosure, because he just breaks out quite a lot, does that dinosaur. So, incubate and release it at a Hammond Creation Lab, Edmontosaurus. So I'm thinking, first of all, the first thing you want to do is clear all the trees. That's pretty much the priority, I would say. And whilst you do this, you really get to see how much space you've got to play with in the park. So this path goes all the way down there, but we don't need to use all that space. Not yet anyway, but we will do later when we come back. Nice, okay, so let's just get it in. Let's get the Hammond Creation Lab straight in. We've got enough power, we should have enough power anyway. Connect you up. And let's get some paths in, some fences rather. To be honest, I probably will end up deleting this enclosure because I'm just doing it for the mission. But it's as good as any, like it's a decent enclosure, it looks quite good. And Edmontosaurus don't need a lot of space at all, so you can keep that in mind as you're going. So that's pretty much perfect for them. We'll get some water in, but I'm fairly sure this security guy, if I remember, he's not a very good guy. He just wants the dinosaurs to get eaten. He pretty much doesn't care about them. So, I don't imagine the Edmontosaurus will stay safe for long. So by now, that feed is getting very low. So they're going to resupply that. Path not connected. And of course, we'll keep going on the research. So again, your main goal when you first get into the park is to get all of the vaccines.
Here's a new contract.
Obviously, just in case your dinos get sick. So this is ready. Let's get the Edmontosaurus in. Alright, so just briefly, this is you press square and this is your kind of little overlook of the whole island. Now you press R1 a couple of times. Alright, so island navigation. Here we are on the first island and there's a lot to go for. So I think there's only 5 because one of these is DLC. I can't remember which one it is. I'm sure one of them's DLC. Or one of them's sandbox. Yeah, this one's your sandbox. So that's not part of the campaign. It's just these 5. Okay. So if you go into there, requires Matan Seros at 3 stars before you can unlock it. Now we're literally so close to that. So that's fine. What we can do is do what the game suggested real quick and get a hotel in, which means more guests. Just deciding where to put it. We're going to be about there. Unless we kind of put it out of the way. Villager noise. Where do we put this thing? It's hard because I will be building down there at some point. Or is it down here? Yeah. Let's build it here maybe. I don't know why it's not registered that I've got the Edmontosaurus yet, because he's there. Oh yeah, nice one.
Right. This next bit is gonna sound a little crazy because frankly, it is. But we are gonna encourage one of the dinosaurs to breach our containment grid. We'll then react and see if our procedures and personnel are up to the challenge.
Yes. So at this point, I'd like to take back.
He's
everything
attacking
I
the
just said
fence
about
anyway,
this
so
guy.
it's fine. We don't need to open the gate. Yeah, look, let him out. He's a bit weird, that guy. So you can control the gate, but he seems to be smashing through the thing anyway.
The ACU, or Asset Containment Unit, should be your first port of call to bring down a rampaging dinosaur.
There he is, straight out. So now he's just going to go and hopefully not murder any guests, but he probably will. These big or medium herbivores just kind of stamp on him,
Okay,
which is
we
not
have our
good.
runner. Time to tag
Run.
him and bag him. We're using less than lethal, but remember, that dinosaur doesn't know this is just supposed to be a drill. So
Quick,
watch
trank
your
him.
back.
No.
While I understand
No.
to keep our security as sharp as possible, this is not the way I would go about doing it.
You have a problem with how we keep you safe, Doctor. I'm happy to discuss it at a later time. Right now, we have our hands full.
Quick. Trank him, trank him, trank him. Shall I do this? Oh no, it's done. It's done. Good job. Put you back in there. So then this little helicopter here comes and moves him wherever you want him to go. Look at all these guests just kind of running over there. They even get scared by tranked dinosaurs, so you can't just leave them there. You've got to kind of shift them. Okay. You need refilling, so let's do that. Now to increase to the 3 stars, you can just go to which one is it? Island rating, click on it and it'll show you everything here. So I can see very clearly food and drink rating could be upped, so we'll focus on that. So where can I put these food and drink places then? These little restaurants. You kind of want them, you want to kind of position them on the main island pack. Oh, hang on. On the main path, should I say. So that's done.
That's the job finished. True and square. Look, the thing is, we're still learning where our boundaries are when it comes to keeping these animals under control. God knows they're working out ways to exploit our weaknesses. Guess we'll find out who gets to the limits of our abilities first. Us or them. Ever vigilant.
And that's always been the challenge of the Jurassic industrial complex. Exploitation versus security. The immense potential for profit and for violence.
Let's get some restrooms in, that might increase the park rating as well.
I'm always looking for ways to improve security around here. And I think this new contract could help with that very thing.
Let's get a substation in so we can power that, and I think I do need to get another power station in pretty quickly. To check your power, just go to any power station.
Power is something we simply cannot ignore when it comes to our operations. Without power, we don't have any power.
Yeah, so let's get one in. Small power station, this is more than enough really. Can you fit there? Because that would literally be perfect. Oh, you can, that is pretty perfect. Let's get you in. Just a little note as well, obviously this is just rain, but on the other islands, if it rains or you get any kind of storm, your raptors and your T-Rexes will automatically start breaking down that fence. So just a little note there. And we do go to some islands where it's constant rain, so you've got to kind of manage that closely. But we'll get to them later. We'll try not to focus on that too much. Let's get some food places in. So now we're just chasing that 3-star, and once that's done, we're done. We're done with this little first park. First park complete. Now before we move on, if we kind of do everything, what I will do is I'll try and get all these off screen. There's not too many actually, it's just genetic research, and in the early game you don't really want to focus on that too much.
Yes, Site C, more commonly known as Isla Muerta. A newly developed island. The name, roughly translated, and I do mean roughly, the island of the dead. Fitting. Humorous, even.
Okay, so we have the next island unlocked, so we're going to get all of these first. We'll ignore genetic ones until we get onto the other island. We'll focus on building upgrades because they're going to be super, super helpful. Okay, so everything's done. We'll leave that enclosure there. He's been tranquilized, so what we'll do is we'll shift him over to my actual enclosure where he can chill with all these other guys. Nice one. So there we go. We have our little Serratosauruses in there. We're going to try and get some more creatures in as we move forward. Look at him eyeing up the guests. Freaky looking thing, isn't he? This will be the perfect thumbnail. Yep, that'll do. Alright guys, so that will call it for this episode. I'll do some little bits and then we'll go straight on to the next island. So that's pretty much the first island done. As I said, we'll come back and finish all these little things later when we have some awesome dinosaurs, so it's much, much easier to do. Alright guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.